For the first time in 8 years, the Ministry of Strategy and Finance recently increased the duty-free allowance for international travelers. The basic duty-free allowance was increased from $600, or roughly 800,000 won, to $800, or roughly 1.1 million won, and the number of alcoholic beverages that may be brought into Korea was increased from 1 to 2 bottles. Today, let's talk about duty-free. What is duty-free? Normally, 10% of the supply price, value-added tax, is collected from customers and paid to the tax office when a businessman provides goods or services. Businesses that are, however, not subject to VAT under the tax code are so able to benefit by exempting them from the taxation of value-added tax. The tax exemption system thus relieves the burden of taxes on consumers. Those that are exempted from taxation. Tax-free items are largely composed of basic necessities of life, goods and services related to national welfare and culture, factors of production, and others. Basic daily necessities tax exemption applies to tap water, sanitary products for women's menstruation, and passenger transportation services, buses and subways. Tax exemptions related to national welfare and culture include medical and health services, books, newspapers, magazines, news communications, and admission to libraries and art galleries. The production factor exemption applies to land, finance and insurance services, and other tax exemptions include postage stamps, lottery tickets, and public telephones. Duty-free industry. The duty-free industry in Korea accounts for 25.6% of the global market as of 2019, which is the number 1 in the world. Second place is China, 10.6%, and third place is the United States, 5.0%. However, there is a significant risk currently facing Korea's duty-free market. Due to COVID-19, the duty-free industry has shrunk as a result of lower sales and operating profits at duty-free stores. Additionally, the aggressive duty-free support policy of China and the entry of American and European duty-free companies into Asian markets have increased global competition. Accordingly, the Korea Customs Service recently announced measures to revitalize duty-free shops along with the vision of fostering the world's number 1 duty-free industry. The duty-free system is a system designed to achieve social and economic purposes by reducing the tax burden on consumers by exempting them from value-added tax. However, some people criticize that the scope of tax exemption is too wide compared to major OECD, Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development, countries. The standards are vague, and there are many items that are not related to the relief of the tax burden of the low-income class. Accordingly, the tax exemption-related laws introduced in 1977 should be wisely revised and supplemented to suit the current economic situation.